Hi, thanks so much for joining me again here on a Traveling in Ireland Quick Tips episode. If you want to visit Ireland without blowing your entire budget on airfare, this episode is for you. You're not going to need insider connections, complicated travel hacks, or a pile of credit card points. Just two easy to use and free tools that make it simple to find the best airfare, whether you're looking for now or you're searching for the best deal someday. These tools are especially handy if you're following my flight monitoring strategy and you haven't seen any prices drop. And as long as you're willing to be a little bit flexible with your travel dates, you leave yourself open to the kind of deals that most travelers miss. The first tool we're beginning with is Kayak. But it's not the regular kayak. This is Kayak Explore. This is actually one of the most powerful tools that you're going to have for finding unexpected airline deals. This tool maps out the low fares from your chosen departure airport to anywhere in the world. But because I'm an Ireland travel advisor, we are talking Ireland. So you're going to go to kayak.com/explore. And what you're going to find is it's probably going to autofill the airport for you because you're logged into a browser and they know everything there is to know about you. But if you would like to change the airport, you can totally do that. Now, you're not going to fill in where you're going or when you're going. You're going to keep those completely open and flexible. And I want you to just focus on the map. So we're going to downsize the map just a little bit. We're going to slide over to Ireland, and then we're just going to expand it. And we can already see that there are a few flight deals in Ireland. You're actually seeing all of Ireland's airports, including Cork and Kerry and Donegal, even Belfast up here. But we're looking for the least expensive flight, which right now is in Dublin. So let's take a look at that flight. So this flight is Thursday, October 23rd with a return on the 28th. It's $403. And we're going to check the flight price. So what this is going to do now is it's going to show us the kayak page that you're probably used to. It says, you're going round trip, these are the dates, and here are the flights. So that the best priced flight is with TAP Air Portugal. So this is not going to be a direct flight. Looks like it has a layover in Lisbon. It's also going to show you the other flights on those dates. So the next one would be Aer Lingus, which is nonstop. Then we've got a nonstop flight with United, and down a little bit more with Brussels. But definitely this TAP Air flight is the cheapest for sure. Now, a really nice thing with Kayak is that you can check this. So if we come up here, we can sort. So we've got cheapest, best, and quickest. But we can also change the dates a little bit. So let's look at these dates. So you click the date and you're getting your departures. Now, Kayak has this great color coded, so you can see that all the dates around there are green. So it's possible that we could extend or shorten, if you so desired, by plus or minus 3 days. That's going to give us a little bit of flexibility. We will check the comparison that way. And you get the chart. This is going to show you the flexible dates. And we'll see our original budget flight right here, departing on the 23rd and returning on the 28th. But if you leave a day earlier, it'll cost you about $30 more. If you leave a day later, and come back a day later, it's going to cost you $17 more. So you can really play around with this and see what your other options are. Now, the downfall of Kayak is that it's going to show only economy flights. Now, if you are searching for the cheapest airfare, you're probably going to be flying in economy. But if you want to take a look at maybe an airfare that is a little higher in, with the seat selections and things, it's very easy to just go to the airline site and check for that exact flight and then work backwards from there. The great thing about Kayak is that these are really the best deals you're going to find. I've not found another tool that is as free and easy to use, that shows the airfares that are this low. Even Google Flights, which we're going to go to next, doesn't usually return deals as good as Kayak. Another great thing about the Kayak map feature, which we'll go back to over here, is that you can check and see if there are cheaper flights maybe into Europe. Let's see, oh, Paris, here you go, Paris at $363. So if you were to fly into Paris, you might be able to get onto one of the European budget airlines and head over to Dublin and come in under that $403 price with TAP Air. So definitely easy to check those out as well. Our second option is Google Flights. Now Google Flights is not, it's not a surprise, it's not a hidden feature, but what you can do is use their anywhere feature. So again, you're going to put in google.com/flights. You will end up on the Google Flights page. Now what you want to do is just don't fill in any of these spots. So you just want to see where you can get. I'm leaving in Des Moines. This is actually the closest airport to me, as opposed to Chicago, which is the one I usually fly out of. So we are just going to hit the Explore tab. And this is going to show us the world map again. We're going to get over to Ireland because that's where we want to go. And we'll see what Google decides to show us. So what Google is showing is that there is a $535 flight from Des Moines into Dublin. Now, since the last one was from Chicago, we are going to actually change the flight to be from Chicago, just so we can kind of compare our apples to apples in this. So we're seeing $427 direct to Chicago. And this is for a 1-week trip in the next 6 months. Now you can change that. You can make it a 2-week trip. You can give it specific dates. Just know that anytime you add a new filter, it's going to probably raise that price that you're looking for. Now if we reset, let's see, let's maybe look at 2 weeks in the next 6 months, and let's see what we find there. So no change, still $427 on that, but I can also give it specific dates. So let's say that I want to visit, oh, there we go, there's my button. I want to visit Dublin for Tradfest, so I want to go maybe from the 18th to the 31st. Let's see what we've got there. So that's returning $432. So let's go ahead and take a look at that fare. It says that the prices are lower than usual. We've got Scandinavian Airline with the best offer. It's a 17-hour and 10-minute round-trip flight. Aer Lingus, 7 hours and 20 minutes. So that one's direct, but it's, $120 more. So this is going to help you to find your flights, but give you a little bit of control over when you're looking for. So again, it doesn't require the complete flexibility that you need with Kayak, but it still gives you the best prices for, you can search with no restrictions, or you can give it some restrictions. You can also search based on the flight class that you want, which is really nice, and you can't do that with Kayak. Now, obviously, the more restrictions that you add, like I mentioned, the less likely you are to see those really amazing deals that may pop up and give you that I've got to book it now kind of impulse, right? So which tool is the best one for you to use? So you would want to use Kayak Explore if you're very flexible on your travel dates, you are browsing just for fun, or you just want to see what's out there, and you want to build your trip around the best fare. Use the Google Flights Anywhere if you are looking for the best deal for specific dates, or you want a specific cabin class at the best price. If you can be open and flexible, even if it's like about the airport that you're using, the airport you're flying in or out of, you stand a really good chance of finding fares that are hundreds of dollars cheaper than what you'd expect. You just need to be consistent with your search. I would recommend logging in every morning if you can, but at least every couple of days, and just seeing if there is a new deal that's come out. And that's going to make it a lot easier for you to find that amazing Ireland airfare and start planning your trip. Thanks so much for joining me. Till next time, slán go fóill.